Goddamn, it's necessary smoke over here. It's necessary smoke over here.
Y'all this behind the scenes B-roll. Yeah. Y'all done paid for me. Y'all done get everything.
Let me get my shit rolling.
Yeah,
I know.
Really to turn me out. Squeeze this.
Give away the game though, big. You know what I mean? We ain't acting like we know everything.
Yeah, we're not no.
So everything about content. So whoever you book, you want them from the time they get out the car.
Right.
All that's content.
That's what I was trying to tell you. We have to have our background.
Yeah, you want you behind
Cameraman,
the scenes. That's
man.
the extra. That's the
I'm
extra.
trying to tell you.
Oh, because that's the person.
You.
That's almost 60 to 70% of who they're gonna be. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you just let them know, man, we recording, you can be yourself, but this is behind the scenes footage. But man, you done paid for this.
I try to tell, we gotta get that. We have to have
y'all,
that. We gotta have that
for
camera.
y'all right now.
Yeah. And we have it. We got a team, but it was just so last minute when I called you last night.
That was like 9 o'clock at night last night.
Yeah, about 10, so when we hit you.
But shit, Charles like shit.
Be ready.
Tomorrow, goddamn, I
gotta go. Because I was on my role was set for 10 p.m. last night.
Okay.
So then they did a time reslotting. So they moved everybody.
I remember that.
So I was taking off for the night. And shit, man, I was like, Sukiana and Funny Marco and them, they parts went from 2 in the afternoon to 1 in the morning.
Okay.
So those are all.
So they in there too.
Yeah, we
are.
Just profit and just let it roll somewhere. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's some big names. Hold on, let me push mute. But no, it's some big names involved. NLE Chopper is the one who wrote it.
The movie?
Yeah, NLE Chopper wrote the movie. So they got what's the kid name?
Carson.
Yeah, Carson.
I always call him Carcanet.
I don't know how to say it either. I ain't gonna lie.
So it's NLE Chopper, Carson, Sukiana, Funny Marco, DDG, Lil Ben.
There's a lot of them in there.
Phantom.
This
finna be the new Friday.
I love that.
This finna be the new Friday.
Get started. We might well go ahead and get started.
So, for real, cause for real, we ain't got time to.
And they NLE Chopper showing me some love.
Yeah, right.
It's a lot of people can't see the internet. They can't see past it. Well, let's say this on.
Yeah. Well,
hey, let's
ready
go
when you are.
You got it set right, mic, the sound right, angle right, everything right.
Are y'all ready?
Yeah, we ready.
All right, and go.
Yo. Welcome to another episode of Necessary Smoke. I'm your host, the Plug, here with my beautiful co-host, telling you the truth. And today we have a very special guest. This man is a motivational speaker. He does a lot for the youth behind the scenes. You know what I mean? And I can just go on and on and on.
I know what time it is when you see him.
Who we got in here today, man. Mr. Charleston White. Mr. Charleston White, man. Welcome to Necessary Smoke. Welcome to Necessary Smoke.
Man, pleasure to be here.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for being here. Okay, so I want to off-rip jump in. My main thing I wanted to start off with was first of all, to give you your flowers.
Yes, ma'am.
And know that you're here off of respect. And our mission is the youth. That's really what we really trying to bridge the gap. We trying to find solutions, transition from our ways to make it better for these kids. And we see you doing a lot out here with these kids.
Most people don't know that's how I got tricked on the internet. Is from going into the juvenile facilities, working with children.
Okay.
And so I started creating youth development programs and youth engagement programs for moderate. Considered kids to high risk criminal or offensive kids, right? Mm-hmm. So I created a street life cycle. That's a 16-week curriculum that we would teach at the alternative school.
Okay.
Then I had an anti-gang cognitive intervention program that also was a 16-week curriculum that we would teach inside the maximum juvenile prison facilities. And then I had a SAP program, what we call the self-awareness program, that we would teach at a community center where kids are not really criminal minded, right? They
Right.
hadn't been exposed to that. So I had 3 different programs that I was teaching, and that was highly recommended to all 254 counties throughout the state of Texas, long before I came to the internet.
Okay.
So
Talk about it.
So I would use these
Long
curriculums.
before the internet.
So I would use these curriculums to sell to the county probation departments and to use as training mechanisms and manuals dealing with at-risk and troubled and challenging children.
Okay.
So I wouldn't have to beg and ask for grants.
Right.
I didn't want to be the black nonprofit that was
Big.
holding.
Panhandle.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, show us because that's what we're trying to do.
Because
We're trying to figure out a way.
All grants. Can I take this off?
Yeah, take that bitch off.
Cause all grants is that's like welfare,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So while I was doing public speaking and motivational speaking, I was also doing youth advocacy in Washington D.C., working on different laws and legislations from a congressional standpoint, and that was juvenile life without parole.
Okay.
Most people didn't know up until 2016 there was only 3 countries on this entire planet Earth that would sentence a kid to life without parole. That was the United States of America, Sudan,
I didn't know that.
and North Korea. So up until 2016, right now today we probably still got right at 2,000 people who've been locked up with life without parole from 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago for things they did when they was 13 and 14 years old. There was 2 children in this state who I got to meet by the name of Catherine and Curtis Jones. They was out of Florida, and they was made an example out of after the Columbine shooting, right? So they was a 12 and 13-year-old kid who had committed murder in response to them being child molested in their home, right? So they end up being sentenced to life without parole at the age of 12 and 13 years old in this country. And they end up spending 18 years in prison before society began to look at legislation and saying, man, we might need to undo this.
We might have a trip.
Yeah, because
so-
something happened. You know,
Yeah, they were being
there's a
molested.
reason.
Yeah. They were being
There's
molested.
a reason behind why they're
But
acting out.
because the Columbine shooting had just happened, we was being tough.
They got a
and
point to
strict on-
prove.
Yeah,
Right.
just like right now with a school shooter, they're gonna make a point with a school shooter, no matter
Right.
what the mitigating factors are. So
Yep.
I had a chance to meet Catherine and Curtis Jones in Washington D.C. while working on these laws and legislation in like 2014. Right.
Okay.
So 2016. Myself, Eric Alexander, a guy out of Tennessee, a guy out of Chicago named Xavier L. Macbeth Ray, and I forgot the other 2 guys' name, and put it on my mind and not my heart. But we got with a national organization that was called Campaign Fair Sentencing for Youth. It's based out of Washington D.C. and we created an organization, or they created an organization, and I became a integral part of it.
Right.
That was called ICANN, Incarcerated Children's Advocacy Network.
Right.
And so we had partnered with some of the most powerful attorneys and juvenile lobbyists in this country, and we submitted what they call an amicus brief, and it was submitted to the Supreme Court, ultimately getting juvenile life without parole abolished in America,
Right.
and overturned. Not that they still don't do it, but it's not an automatic sentence anymore, where at one point in time they would automatically give it to you. And that's a death sentence, right?
Right.
Because all the science and data and medical research says that the human brain does not develop to at or around the age 25.
Right.
So why would you punish a kid because they can still change? And so I have an organization that's called Hyped About Hype Youth Outreach.
Yes, I seen that.
And Hype is an acronym for helping young people excel. So I created Hype
I like that.
in 2012. Really more or less like 2010, 2009. But around 2012, a significant amount of my childhood friends who had committed murder when they was children had began coming home from prison, and they committed these crimes at 12, 13, 14, and 15 years old. End up spending 18, 19,
I was say
20,
coming home 30.
21, 22,
Right.
23, 24, 25,
Mine still
26,
13, 12
27,
years old for real.
28, 29, 30
That's-
years in prison. Not I'm talking about consecutively.
Yeah.
So 2 to 3 decades in prison for choices and decisions that
As
they
a child.
made when they was children. only to come home to be law-abiding citizens.
So
with all the issues that they had that they go through in prison from having to go through, all of them are law-abiding citizens. None of them have came home and committed another murder.
Yeah.
Okay.
So where does this come from with you though? Like
how does it start?
Yeah, like
what motivated
the drive that you got, like as far as going to legislation route with it,
or even having childhood friends.
Yeah, niggas don't do that. Niggas don't even think, hey, I'm gonna go to the courts with this. Like, where did this drive, this passion to change shit come from?
I was groomed for it. I caught a murder case at the age of 14.
Okay.
So I spent my whole teenage life incarcerated for that murder.
Okay.
Right? So we was charged with capital murder, ultimately plea bargain for first-degree murder. I was sentenced to 12 years, facing a 40-year sentence under the Texas Juvenile Justice Department legislation, which was a law that was called Texas Juvenile Determined Sentencing Law, where a kid can be sentenced up to 40 years. When I committed our crime at the age of 14, the age of certification where a kid can be tried as an adult was 15 years old. So all my co-defendants was 15 years older. So I was the youngest.
Okay.
The newspaper headlines read, hero dies while trying to thwart teenage shoplifters. So we ran out of the mall trying to steal some starter jackets.
Okay. Some
athletic starter jackets. And in the process, my 15-year-old friend shot and killed our victim, which was a guy by the name of Michael Levy, who was trying to stop us from getting away.
Right.
So as we was running out the mall trying to get away, I think his car was broke down, or he had a flat or something. And he was in the mall parking lot working on his car. And so he saw us running out, and the Foot Locker guy was chasing us. So it was a young white Foot Locker dude who was chasing us. So him just being a good Samaritan, seeing three kids running out the mall, and we look like we babies,
right.
Yeah.
So he ran and dove on top of the car, and in the process of him diving on top of the car, he had the tool, whatever tool he was working on. He Yeah, he was so back then, homie, you can just reach in the car and cut the car off, whether it's in drive, park,
right.
Cut the car
Take the key out.
And that's what he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was in the back seat sitting on the gun. So my homeboy was in the front seat. He was trying to play like he didn't know what was going on. Like, man, sir, I don't know what
like what you doing.
So once he took the keys, I handed my partner the gun. And of course, we young, and so I'm encouraged to shoot that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Shoot that motherfucker. So so I get out the car first, and so we throw all the jackets and the hats and shit out. So when I get out the car, I tell him, give us back the keys, and his response was, if y'all want these keys, y'all wait for the police to get here. And by this time, by this time, my partner with the gun, he's walking from around the passenger seat. Right. I mean, from the driver's seat. And come stand next to me and aim and shoot. But by the time before he shoots, the Foot Locker guy can see him with the gun, so he take off running back into the mall.
Right.
And what was ironic about this? This is broad daylight, and we had skipped school.
Yeah. You did right. Yeah. I thought too.
This was in the middle of the day. Tony Dorsett had just retired from the Dallas Cowboys, so he had a club right there. So we did this right in front of his club. So it was real big on the news and everything. So my 15-year-old friend ended up shooting him. He died in the parking lot. And so it was a girl, one of my ex-girlfriends, who was at the mall that day with her mom. So it was right after school hours.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
Yeah, so that's how they identified us. That's how they identified us.
I remember you saying somewhere before that, your family, your mama was a good mom.
Yeah, my mom would have bought one of them jackets. It would just make good grades.
Right, but this what I want to ask, and maybe this is like a connect to how you get on people's ass. What was going on besides your mother? We out in the streets as kids.
Yeah,
what's going on around you that even got you where you even know to do all that?
It's the culture, right?
That's what I'm saying.
There was a big shift in the culture. So from 6th to 8th grade, my life changed drastically, right? So in 6th grade, and during the summertime, the movies Colors come out. Prior to that, we're in the DARE program.
Yeah, fifth grade. That's fifth grade right there.
Just came.
Yeah.
You got Cool Mo D, LL Cool J, I Need Love.
Yeah.
So the culture is different.
It's just it's changing.
And so we're adolescents at this time.
Right.
So crack is here, but we're not seeing it. Right?
Right.
We don't know what to look for. We don't know what it looked like, right? Crack come 85, 86. My shift began from 6th grade to 8th grade, around that 12 to 14 adolescent age, right? Wow. So my mom, we living in an upper middle class neighborhood, but my mom is the blue collar worker, right? During the blue collar worker, that's the boom of the middle class. My mom worked for General Motors, so in the 80s, them the blue days, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the backbone of America.
Yeah, you could have bought that jacket for real.
You know, I'm one of the first kids to get a pair of Michael Jordans when they first came to see because our mothers could afford them.
Right.
I'm the first kid to get a Nintendo. Other kids got the Nintendo. I had the Nintendo with the motherfucking power pack.
Okay.
With the running thing and the duck.
The accessories on that motherfucker.
So I was a very well off to do kid, right? So when I got out of school, there's snacks in the cabinet. My mother had a checkbook where we can order pizza, advice. So, I was a spoiled kid that grew up in a middle-class neighborhood, traditional at this point, a single-parent home, but I got uncles who gangster, hood. I still go to my cousin's house in the hood.
Right,
on the weekends.
Exactly.
So Monday through Friday, I'm in the upper middle class neighborhood. On the weekends, we're at our cousin's house in the projects, in the hoods, and that's where we picking up.
And you picking
traits.
that shit up.
And it's so crazy that because I can see this. That you was already so smart.
Yeah.
That you was a kid coming from the
you
good
soaking
place
it up.
going to the. But he influencing them too.
Yeah, I influenced them because I got the name brand clothes.
Okay.
I got cable at home. Y'all can't see the movies.
They definitely following you.
And I got an uncle who exposing me to this shit.
Okay.
So I got my uncle who I could go steal his tapes with cussing on it. Y'all can't. So I'm the one coming to school.
Yeah, I'm the one coming to school. This influence person.
Exactly. Oh no, it gotta be in you. It's not. That's not. You don't just create it out of nowhere.
I'm the kid. So when we committed this crime, and shout out to Bob Ray Sanders. He was a young news editor. At the Fort Worth Star Telegram. He's a historic news journalist. Bob Ray Sanders. He wrote that I was the smallest out of the bunch, but the brains.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah, for sure.
But I was so charismatic and charming as a kid, you wouldn't think that.
Yeah.
So I was able to manipulate and get. I could manipulate older people because I was more charming and I was very charismatic. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. I knew how to look you in the eye. Most other kids didn't have that confidence.
Right.
In a psychology setting, I'm what they would call the family mascot.
Okay.
So when they had the family gatherings, Christmas, I'm the one
The favorite cousin, the favorite
uncle. So I could do the Michael Jackson real good. But I was a kid that if I see it, I can mimic it. So because children mimic what they see and repeat what they hear.
I was saying, you soaking it up real good.
I could mimic what I see and repeat what I hear. So all the negative attributes of our culture, it's just like a kid growing up now, and he got an uncle that's into drill music, and guns, and playing Call of Duty with guns.
I've seen
that
it.
little nigga go be a little gangster.
Can't wait to, too.
You see what I'm saying? And not only that, he watching all the gangster movies with his uncle.
Right.
So I was that same kid. So I grew up in the black exploitation era, right?
Okay.
So when you break down my existence, you got my mother was born in 1960.
Okay.
She had me at the age of 17 years old. Black people did not get their rights to vote until 1964. They amended it in 1965. Did black people immediately start voting then? No, they really didn't start voting till the 70s.
Right.
Not only that, Dr. King's dream of integration didn't immediately take off because there was a lot of pushback.
Yeah.
So when they started taking these signs down in the mid-60s to the late 60s, we the first generations, the kids that started going to school in the late 70s, early 80s, we're the first generation of Dr. King's dream.
And now that's when I think people have to understand where it ain't no letting that go.
No.
I lived through that.
Man,
and it's different when you done lived through that.
My grandmama's still 83 years old.
Yeah.
My pop's 70, 77, be fit to be 78. Those people are still on earth. How we not gonna forget?
Exactly, and now you can feel that at a deeper level, knowing that having to break it down, unfortunately, helps people understand.
So
like,
when I started going to school with white people, my cousin them ain't never went to school with white people. From the hood, most of my niggas from the hood ain't never fuck with a white
not
girl.
even,
I don't know what it's like to go to a white person's house.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I remember going to school with white people from 2nd grade on up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but when I got to school, guess what it was about? Getting a white person.
Okay.
My whole existence, it wasn't gangbanging. We're just now coming out of the civil rights era.
Yeah, y'all just fighting for the color of your skin at this point.
I feel like we should have just kept our shit to ourselves. I ain't gonna lie. Like this.
We say that a lot.
If it's a black only water fountain, we should have made it the black only water fountain.
The best one you could find.
Like, damn, we just came out of slavery.
But we didn't know. Well, that's what we had at first, my nigga. Because when our mothers was the ones who took us out of these all black environments and took us over here because they fall in Dr. King's dream. They believe Dr. King's dream was the way.
Myself,
So they think it's better for them to come over here to these white schools.
Right.
And to a certain degree, it wasn't.
Yeah.
For the long haul.
It wasn't.
Right.
They don't know this, homie.
Yeah.
They're coming out of impoverished conditions. They finally get to get a color TV. They finally get to drive a Cadillac. They finally get to go get them a Lincoln.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They're looking for that American dream that was offered for the middle class people during the 70s. And they got it by the 80s, right? So all of our mothers was trying to make it out the ghetto to come to a well-to-do, affluent area where they can go to a mixed school, where their kids can go to a mixed school.
Right.
It strengthened us to a certain degree, because when I got in front of a white judge, when I got in front of a white probation officer, I can sit up and talk with sense.
Yeah, I know how to
a little bit more favor compared to the nigga who can't talk in front of white folk.
You're right about that.
Well, why not make our people that though? You see what I'm saying?
Well,
we taking the money from the black community, putting it over there, building them up.
Well, it's only when we get in front of the judge, it ain't a black judge, huh? And you got a nigga standing there who can't look at that white man and saying,
He feeling inferior.
Yes, sir.
But he's saying, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
His life on around, he up there saying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, no, man, and he can't stand straight up. They gotta tell him, quit moving your hands, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, take your hat off your head. He don't know manners.
Right.
So just his whole position, sitting in a chair like this, nigga, with the jewelry over there.
So do you think mixing the two actually is what do you, because it's kind of like, you know, where it almost helps with it don't.
I think when it came to education, we wasn't supposed to mix.
I say this, man.
For sure.
When it came to educating black children, we wasn't supposed to be educated with white children.
Cause now they can tell us what they want.
When it come for us going to go see a doctor, we should be seeing black doctors.
Okay.
We shouldn't have a foreign doctor. We shouldn't have a white doctor.
Listen.
We should be looking for black doctors. When it's time to give birth to black children, we should have black doctors.
Right.
How white people go cook for me.
Right.
They don't know my taste bud. We don't even have the same taste buds as white people.
Right.
And that's why their food at times is bland and ours is salty.
Right.
Is why Hispanic people foods are
spicy.
hot, spicy, and Indian food a little spicy is. It's a difference.
It's a difference. It's a big difference.
We have different DNA. We have different organs.
Right.
So you can't. We can't all be diagnosed the same.
See, I'm from Florida, and I tell people a lot that they're segregated still in a lot of areas. Now, I'm not talking about Miami. I ain't from that part.
I know.
But the rest of us, we segregated, and we only in the hood. And I tell black people in Georgia that y'all don't understand. It don't look like this nowhere else. Not where I was from. And I have 4 daughters, and we literally moved here just so they could see their doctor's black, their teacher. But my kids excited coming home. Mom, the principal's black. when we moved here. That's what I
else,
came here for.
Everywhere else, black children don't see black doctors.
No,
they don't see
and I
black
try to.
scientists. They don't see black bankers.
Nothing.
They don't see black real
Thank
estate
you.
moguls.
Thank
They don't see
you.
nothing of affluence that's black.
I've been
from
stressing
the top.
this.
They don't see a black sorority fraternity. They don't see a black fraternity. They don't see none of this. What y'all got.
Listen, even the little stores, the grocery stores don't got black people working in them. Where I'm from.
That stuff really don't. It matters because the kids get to see it and see that it's possible.
No, it matters.
No,
That's everything.
But it's theirs, bro. They put in black. This is a white man's hospital overall.
Well,
At the end
Not
of
the
the-
black, but this is a white
How is
man.
it not like that here?
Hey, check that, homie. When they used to let me go into the prisons, that was they prison, homie. But the things that I whispered in them prisoners' ears made them my niggas when they came home.
Right.
Yeah, nah, homie, they was.
Yeah.
It was
This could be
yeah.
y'all's all it want, because
Nigga,
what you
listen,
don't
yeah.
think white people don't own shit here
Nigga,
too,
when-
but
yeah.
it's black people that has taken
Hey,
over
homie, listen,
and work here.
when I go in that prison, dressed up how I'm dressed up, and I'm not looking like these multi-billionaires who fund this program.
Exactly.
They had a program called the Prison Entrepreneurship Program, homie. It's real big in America. So I used to go in, and my whole thing was to go in and show these nigga, look how I done played on all these white folk, nigga, with these goals in my mouth,
Right.
with this bow tie, with my head cocked, my nigga. These don't come out, and I'm
Yeah.
whispering, homie,
Okay.
listen, fuck this shit they talking about. They got this program for funding. All
Right.
these billionaire, this is a tax write-off, 501c3 non-profit. They got a 501c4 that they friends with giving to this.
He calling
Nigga,
that
they
shit
ain't
out.
helping y'all. Nigga, they just doing this for funding. Y'all sign up and nigga, when you get out, holler at me and I'm gonna show you how to go in and use this motherfucking financial aid, this motherfucking community college
see what
money
you're saying.
as welfare, nigga. That
Exactly.
between that Pell Grant, them state grants, that subsidized and unsubsidized money, nigga, that's damn near $18,000 a year. They give it to you in lump sum payments, nigga, every beginning of every semester. Go get that when you first get out,
trying to
nigga.
tell you.
Take that money, send a little bit toward child support, nigga. Go get you
Okay.
a car and buy you a pound of weed while you in college and cruise off that money, nigga. Now you gotta pass to keep getting this money. And
blueprint.
fuck paying it back, nigga.
Right.
I've been out of college 10 years, nigga. I got damn near $100,000 student loan. Out of that 100,000, 80,000 went directly into my pockets.
Right. They took my
Into my
shit. I ain't even gonna lie. They took my shit.
Nah, I learned
Right
how
out
to
of
get
my-
it.
Yeah, I did.
I learned how to
It
get
got
it.
me.
And I ain't paying back a dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went and filed for disability, so I ain't got to pay nothing back.
Oh goddamn, I should did.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah,
Man,
the
I'm
fuck?
glad.
It's hard.
But
It's
this what
hard.
we missing. We're missing all this information.
But I'm
hard.
catching the niggas coming out of prison. So
Yeah.
they had I used to teach this class at the adult parole office on McCart Avenue, the central parole office. They made me stop because I was signing so many niggas up for prison.
Yeah.
Coming fresh out of prison to go get this money. Nigga, you don't need no job.
Oh,
nigga.
so they try to stop you even in
Well, they wanted me to stress education more.
Okay.
They said they
for sure. Like the fuck.
So welcome back Tarrant County, Chaplain Jerry Kalbick, an old white man. I ain't gonna say the nigga name they sent in to come talk to me. But they sent the nigga to come in with two the white people were quiet. The nigga said, brother, it looked like that you are telling these brothers to go to college just for the money. I said I am.
Yeah, you talking about?
Yeah,
He said,
that's exactly what I said.
Well, we want you to stress education more. I said, why would I stress education to adults? They understand the importance of education. Most of these guys been to prison for financial crime. And I don't know nothing right now that'll put $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 in your pocket right now today other than this.
They knew though.
They knew. They knew.
They knew.
Because most of your grant money, most of your Pell Grant and your state grant money, you don't have to pay back. So
Right.
most first-time non-traditional college students is gonna qualify for a lot of grants
Right.
that you don't have to pay back.
Yeah.
You can go get the subsidized and unsubsidized if you want to. But what I realize is, we tell people, man, don't get that loan money. Why not?
Right.
If I can walk into the bank right now and say, man, give me $50,000 and I'll pay you back 20 years from now. Wouldn't you do that? That's all
Today, yesterday.
But I know to do it.
But what happens is what we start doing with the loan money, we go shopping.
Yeah.
That's it.
That ain't
We
best.
party with it.
Yeah.
most white people go buy a house because most two white students meet each other in college and end up getting married by the time they get their degree. By the time they graduate, between that loan money between the two, they done bought off a house, paid off a car.
Right.
So it's not hurting them to pay that money back because they don't have really no other bills. Most people spend 6 to 8 years in college. Imagine all that money you give you instead of buying books, right?
Right.
You buying land.
Is
You
it?
buying property. Because you can always go to the library and rent. You can rent the books.
Yep.
You can rent them. You can go to the library, just use it for that date, and that's gonna be a little time consuming. But why not? You get to keep all the money.
Yeah.
Because the books is costing $600, $500, $300.
I even found a way in my own just time not having it, where like even the app Audible, the Audible books.
There you go.
It's $1. And I'm finna go get the same book you got for $100. You know what I'm saying?
99-cent bookstore. Go.
Thank you. So it's like I found my own ways to like for me in dealing with. I ain't got it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, for one, most black parents don't want to let their children file their own taxes their senior year in high school.
Right.
Cause they want that last little motherfucker.
Yeah, you got to be able to know too.
Yeah. But if you let them file taxes, they can go to college and get all the financial rewards that they get from being a low-income student, compared to when you've been filing taxes and you make a lot of money, you make decent money, and they can't get the rewards that they can get in college from being an independent student.
See, it's the knowledge we lacking,
That's what
and
it is.
this is the point behind this whole thing.
So, do you think it's something that can be done right now today to help the future start to change the thought process? Get on with,
How many
you know
people?
what I mean?
How many people got some first grade programs? How many people got some youth development, youth engagement, youth curriculum programs in the black community for first graders, second grader, third graders? Why do you think they have a third grade literacy test? They say based on the third grade literacy test is how they decide how many prisons is going to be built in the next 10 years. Who can read in the third grade? So why don't we have any
and
kind
my
of
daughter
mechanism?
just did that last year.
Why don't we have any
grade.
kind of mechanism that engage third graders other than football and basketball and track?
Yeah.
Why don't we have anything in the community that when third graders get out of school, other than going over there with that woman who fussing at them and cussing at them all day at daycare, why don't they have a build a block program showing third graders on what they do in other communities? We don't start fucking with our babies until they start getting in trouble or can play football.
Yeah, they
or
done already done created what they gonna
Or
be.
he a third grade little nigga that can rap and cuss and grab his dick. We'll get him out. We'll develop him to be that. But the rest of the third graders who don't get our attention,
damn.
But everybody else. So when our third graders get out of school and pick up their phone, it's something coming through that phone that's gonna promote homosexuality.
A whole bunch of shit.
So why don't we target children like everybody else target our children? The devil targets them. He targets
and I swear
That's fucking big, man.
He targets children. So why don't we target children?
I've been preaching it for the last couple days.
Because we stuck on the grown celebrities. We stuck on the grown folks online.
That's why I wanted to be my first thing I talked to you about.
We don't target children.
That's what we need to do.
We don't know that 5% of the new HIV cases in this millennial are from ages 13 to 21. The new 5% of HIV cases for this millennial have gotten down to 13.
I believe that.
Because children are more sexually active.
Very much.
And this started 20 years ago when Oprah Winfrey.
And we're not on them like we used to.
Man,
we used to like,
listen,
you can't listen to that. You can't. We don't do that no more.
It was unheard of to get your dick sucked in the 4th grade, 3rd grade.
You motherfucking right.
But 20 years ago, man, I remember Oprah Winfrey had a whole motherfucking segment on it. Look it up. Oprah Winfrey had a whole segment on young girls giving oral sex because they thought it was safer.
Well, yeah, see, I already
Oprah
know about
Winfrey had
that
a whole
shit.
segment on it.
Yeah, I believe that. I already
So
heard about
this
that
was like
shit.
20 years ago. So when you fast forward to today and you see the actions of the girls now.
The agenda that's
man,
going on.
brown booty hole, pussy hole, suck. Come on now.
That's what I want.
That's what
I'm finna go there with you.
Imagine the little boys like 10-year-old King get around a 7-year-old, 8-year-old girl.
Listen, you heard about Roblox?
No, I don't even know about that.
Oh, baby, let me tell you
So they
something.
can fucking Roblox.
Them kids, they laying in the bed. They got it's like they're little Sims people.
My little girl.
And yeah,
It's what?
it's like, you know, Sims, the game Sims, where it's like the little, okay, like you play like you make a person, and you play like you go to work, you walk around, you go home,
real
you
life
buy
type
stuff.
shit.
It's like
You
real
can
life
be real
stuff.
life. They
It's
letting
a
the kids
fucking,
fuck in the
and
game.
I'm talking about the kids on this heavy. And I literally had to check myself. I overheard my daughter, my youngest, my 9-year-old, with a kid from school. They on FaceTime. They on a group chat, FaceTime. Everybody know how to do that on Roblox. Going on dates, riding around. And these little robot little people on the motherfucking app. This shit crazy. I'm talking about any parent right now know about Roblox. Everybody know about that shit.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
Oh, well, let me just say
I'm
this.
listen.
Let me just say this. Children mimic what they see
Exactly.
and repeat what they hear.
Yes.
The children are only on it because they see us on it.
Yeah.
The children, the children.
They only know what to do because what they see us do.
Yeah, man. Listen,
I had to learn that in my own home. I had to call myself out by that.
Listen, if you like to fuck, your kids like to fuck.
You better believe
I'm gonna
it.
say it again. If you like to
for
fuck,
real.
your kids like to fuck.
Man, I just
So
had...
where you think you do your fucking at? You don't do your fucking away from home.
No, I do it away. I definitely do. But no, but most homes, yeah, they are like that. Most homes are like, yes.
And it's not towards you. Most niggas have babies in their young age.
Yeah.
Right? Most niggas have babies in their young age. We might not remember what we do when we had them kids at 21, 22, 23. Because we got an undeveloped brain too.
Mm-hmm.
With high testosterone and high sex drive, we fucking like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Most niggas fucking with the baby in the bed when that baby's not 6, 9 months old.
I've heard about it.
And I'm one of them niggas. Me and the little nigga wake up, make eye contact. And she got the patting baby.
I've heard.
Baby don't understand.
Plenty of time the baby done bust in the room and mama and dad in there compromise position.
Most embarrassing.
It's plenty of time to
Most embarrassing.
So out of the curiosity, the children start knowing when mama got that door closed. They got their ear to the wall. Mama heard that. They listening because they nosy and curious.
Yeah.
When we tipsy, we not shielding everything from our children.
We're not.
Porn wasn't always on the phone. Right? They was on DVDs.
Or a magazine that we couldn't get. We couldn't get them.
And them nosy kids, they looking.
Yeah, they are.
I was a nosy. There you go.
Yeah.
I was a nosy
And one
kid.
thing about children,
No,
parents,
seriously.
you can't keep nothing from them.
No.
I don't care how sneaky you, man. They know.
And I stress that.
They know when you come back home and your hair a little messed up and you smell a little funny. They can pick up on it. They can pick up on it, my nigga.
Listen.
We think they can't.
You know, I ain't gonna lie. Literally, I go through it with people I just talk to because they don't understand. And I got old. I got a daughter up to 18. I got from 9 to 18. I don't let men come to my house. It's always been my rule. It's always been my rule. They only know they daddy. They only know they daddy.
You got daughters coming. You better not let them.
I actually think it's disrespectful if you know I got them and you say, "Can I come over?" Bitch, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like,
no,
you know.
you got no.
So, but I've been literally. It's so frustrating. Like, even they even try me because like I got older kids. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. You're not coming here. This their house. My blessings come through my kids, and that's the least I can do because I've never been perfect.
I've never
been perfect.
I've never seen a man come out my mother's bedroom.
Exactly.
She had boyfriend.
Exactly.
My mom was a single mother.
Exactly.
I've never seen a man come
It's just not the place. I don't even feel right with you sitting on my couch. You can't come see me here while my kids, I have a house full of girls.
The women's mind frame are different. The women.
And
that's why I get tried so much, I think, because they think that's normal. People are thinking that's normal and trying to push that shit on me.
It's just not the flesh of the man sitting on the couch. He bring a spirit with him too.
Yeah.
You don't know if it's a perverted spirit.
You
don't know what spirit he brings
and
leaves when he leaves. Because the spirit don't leave. It stays and hovers to see what it can latch on to.
It's energy.
Whether it's your son, it's hovering around to try to see what it can latch on to. Or it'll sit and wait. It'll lay dormant. That's why you gotta be careful on who you let enter into your home.
Yes, sir.
You seen what we were doing when you pulled up.
Yes,
me and my mom ain't letting no motherfucker just come into the household. Who are that?
Right.
She want to check
don't even open the motherfucking door.
Yeah.
Right.
We never understood that. Boy, just open that door.
Right.
We never understood that. So if a woman have daughters, I don't want to put myself in the mix because I don't know the history of that daughter. I don't go around people unless I know the people, because you don't know the history of those daughters, right?
Right.
So a young girl who's been molested or been violated or been around men who would try to come on to them, what they do is they would parade around. They
can provoke that.
That spirit is familiar and is looking for us. Is looking for the perverted spirit.
Man, he's speaking the fucking truth.
Man,
He's speaking the fucking truth.
She can't control it.
No.
It looks for the perverted spirit. So what she does unintentionally, she would come through, homie, to make eye contact with whatever man that would keep staring at her. So what you do is you never look at her. You never look at her.
Never look at him.
You see her, but you never look at her. Because that spirit is looking for something.
You are telling the fucking truth.
It's crazy.
No, I'm so serious.
Homie,
He's not lying.
I've been working in the juvenile
What the
system.
fuck?
I've been working around abused children, and I grew up in a boys' home with them, homie. So there was girls in there too. So we had homegirls that was in there for murder, and that we became like sister brotherhood with.
Right.
So what I noticed, homie, abused people look for an abuser.
They do.
They
Go
look
into
for
that. What you
That
mean?
spirit, man, because it's a spirit, like you
because that energy and
said.
that spirit is familiar with each other.
Yeah.
Two lying motherfucking niggas, they click together.
Right.
That's why you meet a
For
person.
real.
Because
You're
it's something
fucking right.
in you two that naturally attracts.
It's not even on purpose. It's just a
not, homie.
spirit. It's an
just
energy.
shit. You walk into a room and there's one person in there you'll feel like you know if you encounter them. Because we look to connect with what we're familiar with.
Right.
That's why we look for color. That's why we look for something. What hood you from? What city? We looking for
The connection.
Yeah, because we don't want to be in the world alone. Your spirit don't either.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you feel like it's intentionally being pushed on our women through the music, through the media?
Yeah, I wanted to
and
know how
everything?
you feel about it. 'Cause I know you spoke on SexyRedd
it is.
recently.
Man, motherfuckers say what they want to say about Dolores C. Tucker. Miss Dolores C. Tucker. She came along in the 90s and challenged Tupac and them with the bitch holding them because they saw a long time ago where this was going. It's no difference than every night on the news you see a young nigga robbing and gangbanging. So what do you become desensitized to? That becomes your propaganda. Say, man, all these young niggas is gangbangers and killers.
Right.
So when you encounter a certain kind of person that looks a certain kind of way, they've already stereotyped and used this propaganda to make you either fear or not have any compassion for it. It's easy to kill a gangbanging looking nigga. It's easy to sentence a gangbanging looking guy, whether he's innocent or not, to an extreme amount of time because the imagery, right?
Yeah.
Confucius, and I know he a Chinese scholar, whatever the hell he is, but Confucius says he who controls images controls minds. Hip hop now is a mind controwing image.
Same thing with the symbols that we was just talking
used
about.
by the CIA,
Right.
used by whoever want to use it.
Yeah.
The powers that be that want to fuel the mass incarceration movement. The mass incarceration movement haven't stopped. It didn't stop with crack. It didn't stop with 3 strikes minimum guideline. It was increased by way of gangster music. Cause niggas ain't selling crack no more.
They selling drill.
They're starting to undo crack laws. So what else can we use to fuel this prison system?
Right.
We need this. This is free labor. This is labor we've been dependent on.
Yeah, we need what for real? They built it strategically.
Not only that. We still need slaves.
I'm fucking right.
What you mean?
That's how they think. That's
slavery,
what. That's the.
slavery,
Yeah, that's what. You don't think they lost that?
Slavery wasn't
no.
abolished. If you study the 14th Amendment, homie, slavery wasn't abolished because there's a clause in there that says except.
Niggas that break the laws.
It says except them niggas that break the law unless you've been duly convicted of a crime.
Right.
Nigga.
So now you gonna definitely
so
belong to
wasn't
us.
completely abolished.
Nah.
So
with that being said, right? So we didn't abolish the 14th Amendment.
Right.
So we need to put something in place that's gonna ensure we keep some of our slaves. Right? Most of our slaves.
Okay.
Majority of our slaves. We want them back. We can't go back and snatch them and bring them back. So we're gonna put things in place. What are we gonna put in place? Things. Well, we what? We don't know. But we do know, nigga, in America that 1 in every 3 black males will go to prison.
Yeah.
Or be on some form of community supervision.
For something.
Listen to this. 1 in every 3 will go to prison or be on some form of community supervision in their lifetime. Listen to exactly what it says.
Yeah.
Slavery says it's abolished except you've been duly convicted.
And it's only one. It's 1 out of 3 that's big.
Out of
So
3
1
of
out
y'all,
of 3,
nigga, 1 of y'all
One.
gonna be my slave.
Every 3.
Nigga, shit.
Out of 3
Every
y'all, nigga,
3.
1 of y'all gonna be
Come
my
on.
slave.
It's 3 out there.
Come
Goddamn.
On. We can go to a maternity ward right now and go find all brand newborn babies and go 1, 2, 3. One of them little motherfuckers going to prison.
They going.
It ain't nothing we can do about it because it's something that's in place that ensures that.
Right.
There's no maybe. There's
Yeah,
no,
nah.
There's no buts. It's just like in the 14th Amendment. There's a except.
Yeah.
Slavery is abolished, except. But with this 1 in 3 statistical data, there's no except. And they haven't been wrong since, what, the 70s?
Since they started.
Since this data's been collected.
Tell us about the nigga nation.
Yeah.
Nigga Nation is a group of old men that was born in the early 1900s. 1945. Some 1940s. Former military, fought in the Vietnam War. They radicals. I wouldn't say radicals, but they fight white folks. If the police come into the neighborhood, they tell the police, you can't tell us we can't sell dope. We didn't bring this shit over here. Y'all sold niggas. How y'all go tell us we can't sell dope and y'all brought this shit over here? Y'all let it come over here.
Right.
So we go sell dope. Catch us.
Right.
And if you interfere with us trying to sell dope, we'll shoot it out with y'all because you trying to stop us
Just
from
like
feeding
that.
our nation. So our federal government came in and removed a lot of these guys by way of the drug trade. By way of the drug trade in the 80s and removed a lot of these guys by way of the RICO Acts. The RICO was for the Italian. It wasn't supposed to be for the black boy.
Yeah.
Most people don't know the federal government, at one point in time, Nixon gave black people the green light to sell these drugs. Nixon gave when that heroin, they gave black people had the right from them people didn't know they were selling wrong, selling drugs, my nigga, till the federal government came in the late 80s and started getting them niggas, homie. Them niggas didn't know they were doing wrong.
That shit was
It wasn't even a
It was
thing.
permitted. It wasn't. But what happened? The government started seeing how much money black people was
Yeah, and now they can own
we
shit,
can't
do
tax
shit,
this
making.
buy
He ain't got to
shit.
come go to work for us no more.
No,
Homie, them
can't
people
have
had
it.
Y'all
They-
taking away from the slaves.
So they gave it.
Man, listen,
They
man.
gave it.
Listen, homie, our granddaddy and them didn't know they were doing wrong, my nigga. It was a surprise to them. For them white people to come in
It's
and now
like,
they,
wait, what?
And now they facing life for something, homie. Especially
That was
the one.
okay.
Yeah,
That's crazy to
didn't-
even know
that. So that was between Nixon and Reagan. That was between Nixon and Reagan. Reagan came in with the laws doing that.
Yeah.
Nixon switched up, but at first, man, it was all about the Italian because the Italian were killing people,
Right.
shooting up shit. The niggas wasn't.
They
niggas,
was the
The
gangsters.
niggas was just selling dope, and they were
Right.
selling dope to their own people,
Right.
and they didn't know they were doing wrong till that white man started making laws. Started making laws.
Once they see where they was losing at.
I ain't even gonna lie.
But it became more about financial because they started taking
Yeah.
and seizing.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. They see
where
where they losing, they
I
taking a
seen you
loss.
talking about this before online, about the nigga nation before online when I first came home. And I was like, oh no, this is what the fuck I need to be on.
Yeah, no, homie.
I actually got in your DM and I was like, hey man, how the hell can I join this shit, man?
Homie,
What the hell, this what I'm on?
It ain't about joint.
Yeah.
It's who we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, we don't realize, homie, the people who were really called nigger, they didn't have a problem with the word nigger. That didn't bother them.
Yeah.
The conditions and the treatment bothered them way more.
Yeah, then
Than being
bitch, you
called
calling
nigger.
me something, bitch.
When you look at the niggers, they way stronger than us. They know how to grow food.
Mm.
Them people know how to build houses. They didn't leave their families. They stayed married.
Yeah.
Man, them people were strong. They had recipes.
Way stronger than
Talk
the
about
niggas.
that shit.
Way stronger than the niggas today.
And about to
Yeah.
about to cry if you say so.
And guess
bitch.
what? Look what they was able to build right out of slavery. Black Wall Street, 1920.
Right.
Rosewood in Florida. Slocum, Texas. Man, Detroit, Michigan. What they did in Atlanta in the night. What black? Come on now.
Yeah.
When y'all trace back what they did here in
Right.
the 1930s and 40s, for y'all to have what y'all have here in Atlanta.
Right.
How about we can't redo it? We can't and they was under worse conditions.
Right.
So while we can't build anything similar, we got way more. The conditions are way better, but we can't build nothing greater.
Way more
Ooh,
resourceful.
cause listen,
Way more
that plan to divide is working. That motherfucker, they got us.
It doesn't work.
got
it
us-
ain't no working. It
It's
doesn't work.
work.
It doesn't work.
It don't work. Yeah, you're right, you're right.
It's exceeded its expectations.
Ooh.
It's exceeded because nobody would ever think that we would have got this weak.
Yeah.
Not just this, but not. We're weak in our thoughts.
Yes. Emotionally.
In our hearts.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
For whatever reason, them people would never develop hate. They never learn to hate. We learn to hate.
Yeah. But it's to each other.
And it's
More
crazy.
than anything.
Yeah, that's what I was finna
Backwards
say.
like a
It's crazy
motherfucker.
because
They never even
we
learn
hating
to-
the wrong ones.
They
though.
never even learn to hate the right one.
Man, they like, man, hold
They
up.
just want to be left
So
alone.
they saying,
Yeah.
hold up, we bought y'all niggas here, took y'all money away, and y'all gonna kill each other
Rape,
too?
killed,
Come on, man.
and did the worst to you,
Well,
though.
hold
You
up.
just said the
So
minimum.
you mean to tell me we done
Bitch.
did everything to y'all, and y'all gonna do it to y'all
And
too?
y'all just hate each other? Great.
That
This
be
is
my problem
awesome.
with a lot of
This is
like
awesome.
a lot of the different programs that be just going out when a white officer kill a nigga or somebody. Like, get on some shit where we do it where every nigga get
You
killed.
get on, hey.
We pulling up, hey man, you shot a nigga over
That
here.
what they
Yeah,
used
like,
to
bitch,
do.
you shot your own, bitch? The fuck? Like, you know, we need to
Man,
get
you
in the
heard
bitch
about-
chest
you
about
heard
that
about
type of
You
shit.
heard about a little boy down the street, got everybody in the household scared, mama them scared.
Yes.
Yeah, you in the neighborhood go kick his ass.
Let's go.
Nigga, you hit your mama.
Come on,
Nigga,
now.
Let's
you
go.
You cussed that old like nigga, you but
All this.
Come on.
make it cool to be cool to be good.
Because you know why? That's what they
It's
do.
right. It's not even good. It's right.
Because that's what they do to a nigga in prison.
For
If
sure.
a nigga come in
Okay.
prison
For sure.
and a nigga find out you the kind of nigga been talking back, dog, you that kind of nigga, homie, they'll do you
Sure.
like that in prison.
For sure.
They check you like that in prison.
Right.
So why do we have to wait till the young
So
boy
what's
get to prison?
missing? Yeah, what's
All them
what's the
strong
difference?
niggas with them morals in prison, they don't develop until they
Ooh,
go
you
to prison.
okay? Thank you for answering. Goddamn.
All them niggas with them good morals and strong
Goddamn,
principles,
he
they done
answered
developed
that
in prison.
fast.
When them niggas come back home, they be better men with them morals and principles that they learned
Motherfucker.
down there. So I'm saying, okay, God, do we all got to go to prison to become strong men? I didn't want to be that
That's
nigga.
what I'm like.
But it looked like that's God.
What-
It look like that's the only thing we got. That
So
develops strong black men.
it take to learn the hard way.
No, it don't. We
'Cause I'm
don't
trying to get away from
We don't
that.
have nobody out here, like he said. We don't have nobody out here to make it seem cool to listen to.
That's what,
And if-
that's
even
what
if
I'm
we
telling
do,
you, that's what our
because-
program is.
Exactly. That's what our program is, and we
Yeah.
have already brought the ones that
We
want.
gonna
And
make
I
it cool
think
to be
it just
good.
we have to keep pushing
Well,
this energy and making it and just
They when they get out of school, they gotta see them. So you just can't bring them to them at the school. Because by the time they see you at lunchtime with your good speech, you know, made them feel good.
They going
look, by the time
home.
they get
Reality
back to
back
fifth
in.
class, Miss Walker might be fucking with him again.
Right.
By the time he get to seventh period, he think about, man, I'm hungry. When I get out of school, I ain't got nothing to eat.
what can you tell us to do then? Because this is what we want to do. Because this is what we trying to figure out. What
Yeah.
It got to be some. It got to be some new light poles, right? In our community.
Okay.
So what I mean by light poles, when schools shut out and them kids come back to the neighborhood, where in the community can they go get something to eat?
You listening?
Yeah.
Where
'Cause you
can
see
they go
how
get
we was
something
going
to
to
eat,
go
homie?
do it, but nah.
Where can they go get something to eat?
I'm trying to tell you.
If nothing else,
Because
where can
a
they go
lot
get
of those
something to eat?
children,
So
my
nigga, that's what made me
kids
start
tell me
saying
that.
barbecue. Nigga, I should sleep next to the barbecue pit. Nigga, cause so when they got out of school, all of them
Yeah.
running over here to come get something to eat. On Saturday mornings, nigga, I be at that motherfucking classy lady. Nigga, on Saturday morning when them kids get up, who got breakfast? You know what I start finding out? It's a nigga in the house eating up the cereal, drinking the milk that's fucking mama. It's a nigga bigger than them that's eating up the shit.
Yeah.
Full of that weed, whatever drug. So when they wake up on Sunday, it might be cereal with no milk.
Right.
So they gonna come down here to the classy lady, pick up condoms, pick up brew cans, cigarette butts, weed wrappings, nigga, to get some money. Cause Mr. Charleston pay y'all to pick up trash in the neighborhood.
Okay.
You can't come over here asking for no money, nigga. You come asking for some when Mr. Charleston got some work.
Okay.
Right, too.
So,
I fucking wait.
So homie, do this. Hey, do this right here. Go to the hood one day, nigga, on a Saturday morning and catch them little niggas outside. You think they outside just playing because they want to be outside?
Nah, they're hungry. They ain't nothing else. They're like,
trying
man.
to figure out how to go into the store and steal something.
Yep.
How to come up on a little something.
Go to the corner store.
Nigga, I got this from the old man. That nigga take 3-4 kids to the store, get each one of them $20, and tell them go get something for the house. And he stand at the store and watch and see what they go get for the house. You will see an 8-year-old nigga go get milk and Pampers, my nigga.
Yeah. Yeah. I just watched a little girl. She was next to me at Walmart.
That's how you
She's
engage.
buying household shit, and I'm talking about this girl that couldn't be no more
That's
than
how you
11.
engage the poor nigga babies, my
By
nigga.
herself.
Not the well-to-do kids, the poor nigga babies. Them poor who mama and them done sold some of the food stamp.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's how you engage them, homie. That's how you get them young niggas to put them guns down, my nigga.
So meet them after school.
After school, who? Nigga, some hungry motherfuckers after school.
You motherfucking
And I
right.
sponsor, you see why I sponsor miss everything, man. We can
And that's
have
why we're
loads
already-
of
Say,
food,
hold, listen,
pull up
we
the
got
way
that.
at,
I'm
man.
wrong
That's
with a
what
motherfucker for saying that. I catch them young niggas breaking into them houses, I buy them guns off of them. They know these
You
bring me
not
the
wrong.
guns, my nigga.
You right. Let me get that.
Cause the other big homie go fuck him. He go get him $50 for this $200 gun.
Yeah.
The other big homie go fuck over him. Nigga, if this a $500 gun, man, let me give you $100.
Yup.
He ain't gonna give him what this motherfucker supposed to give him.
Nope. Nope.
That's how you get them guns out their hand.
Buy them fucking guns.
Nigga,
Put some money in their pocket.
Who know how to make dog houses?
Cause that's why they got them guns for real.
Who know how to make dog houses?
Yeah.
Who know how to do carpentry, wood? Who know how to do some wood work? Nigga, start going to Home Depot, find you somebody with a 501c3, go to Home Depot, see if Home Depot will donate some of that wood they just let it rot back out there, and start building dog houses, showing these young niggas how to build these dog houses for these ugly ass Frenchy bulldog these people selling. There's a market for it.
Now you ain't lying. You not
They
lying.
create new dogs, so show some young nigga how to build some dog houses, my
No,
nigga.
for
AI
real.
can't do that. The AI intelligence can't do that.
Nope.
The AI intelligence can't do alternators. Do you know how easy it is to show a young nigga how to do a transmission and get it, buy him 2 old transmissions, let him build them and sell them? Come on, my nigga. It's a whole lot of shit we can be doing.
Right.
4 young niggas that's robbing and stealing, if you buy them lawnmowers. And nigga, if y'all come breaking my house, I'm gonna put y'all ass in jail, nigga. But here go y'all a lawnmower, weed, trash bags, high visibility vests. I'm finna go over here and talk to this school and see if this school will let y'all at least cut the yard twice a month.
Damn. Say that
Start
shit.
contracting these young niggas.
Yeah,
They
no,
do
for
it to come
real.
on now.
Yeah, we on.
But show them how to dish y'all little business.
Yeah.
Nigga, y'all do this for a year. Nigga, I'm gonna get y'all a work truck.
I love it. Yeah.
Somebody got to invest into the young nigga.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be some financial literacy program
gotta
teaching young niggas how to buy wallets. Nigga supposed to have a wallet, my nigga.
So I guess
Nigga
that's
supposed to have a
how.
wallet. Get all that cash, nigga. You supposed to have a wallet, nigga.
I guess that's how we reverse that. Then having to go to prison and learn. That's how we gonna have to do it. You gonna have to go to.
You have to listen.
You gotta go to these kids and help them right now.
See, this what we don't know as black people. There's not a lot of services. There's not a lot of resources. There's not a lot of program for kids who hadn't got in trouble. So there's not a lot of program for the moderate to the kids who are at risk. You damn near got to get in trouble if you're a single parent. Your kids
Just to get some help.
Just to get some help.
Just like welfare. You gotta be broke to get this help.
But that's not on them, homie. That's on us. We got niggas that get all the money during the motherfucking little league football season, and after football season gone, they don't fuck with the babies no more.
Nope.
Nigga, if I'm a little league
Ain't
coach,
even checking on them.
I got a program when it stopped. If I'm a little league football, I got a year-round program.
Thank you.
Because I'm developing these young boys after football.
Speak that shit.
Character development, nigga.
Right.
So, But the only way to do that is you can't be fucking on their mamas. That's how I can been able to do this so long. I don't fuck on their mama.
Yeah, no, that's real shit to say. That's real shit to say right there, though.
That you done like seen from babies make that change, and like success stories, like you done actually seen it.
Yeah.
Man, we skipped over a big part though.
You know
fuck
what I mean?
that. Don't fuck on their mamas. Let's not. Let's not run past. No, because as a woman, like we all need to be protected.
For sure.
Yeah, I fell out with a lot of niggas that was part of my organization. Nigga, we can do some fucking, but we ain't gonna fuck in the village where we have.
Thank you.
Because it hurts the character and the credibility. Because what it ends up becoming about is the mothers can't trust you with their kid because they think you want some pussy.
This what you're doing it for.
Thank you.
If we
Ulterior motive.
We already know you're horny.
If we going into the high schools talking to the kids, homie, of course we gonna see some pretty teachers, some fine teachers. Nigga, don't try to fuck with them.
For real, man.
I say that a lot. All these females ain't meant
for real. Hell, fuck no, man.
Well, it ain't even about the females, homie. It's about protecting the character and the credibility of this organization.
Of the whole thing.
Nigga, that's why, homie, that's what I pride myself on. Nigga, it's areas that we can go do that in, but not the village. Nigga, we working in the village, calling ourselves want to help these women with their kids, homie. Not the village, homie.
Please.
We can fuck outside the village.
Please.
So I done lost, nigga, I done had fights with niggas, homie, over this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Because I created an organization and I.
And you was standing on that shit.
Yeah.
You like, nah, nigga, I meant that.
The character and the credibility of it.
Yeah.
Because I know I got niggas coming fresh out of prison. And these some of the most handsome niggas with these bodies that nigga they can, So I already know, but I know also that can kill the credibility when you known amongst women. All you want is some pussy.
You losing the trust everywhere.
So it ain't just you, it's everybody that's with you.
Yeah.
Hey man, y'all nigga, we ain't fucking.
And like he said, you can't hide shit from these kids anyway. So if this is what it's about, leave that horny shit, y'all grown people shit somewhere else.
And the reason I did that is because I watched a credible organization. I watched a credible Little League youth organization be one of the premier youth organizations in our city, and that's how they fail.
Right.
These were some handsome men, some married, former, vilified niggas in the community.
Right.
And so they become kind of like the preacher.
Right.
The women kind of throw themselves. So
women vulnerable. They looking for that male. They looking for that, protection, security.
So I didn't want to be that to these little niggas.
Yeah.
I really want to be a real Uncle Charleston to these little niggas.
Yeah.
So I've maintained to be able to do that.
I fucking love that. I love that.
That's beautiful. That's the energy we trying to create
here
in Atlanta, in the city, which is already created. A lot.
We just want to shed the light on it, man.
A lot of people are doing a lot of things behind the scenes, like you. You know what I mean?
It's a guy by the name of Melvin, man. He got the game trucks and the food trucks.
Yeah.
Me and Melvin partnered one time, man, in Gwyneth.
He's here in Gwyneth?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Melvin go around a lot of places. Melvin be going around.
Yeah, good brother,
birthday parties, back to school parties. Melvin be around.
Me and him pull up on a whole bunch of kids one time, man, after basketball practice with the game and truck and the food.
That's cool.
I put Melvin in contact with Meadowbrook Middle School. So he was gonna do something with the fundraiser for them, way in my city. So he was gonna bring the trucks way down there. So I partnered with people from state to state.
Right.
Because I let my 501c3 go. I spent the night at the executive director's house from the Annie Casey Foundation, a guy by the name of Bart LeBeau, back in like 2015. And he gave me this book that was called The Revolution Will Not Be Funded. We've always heard that the revolution would not be televised, right? But when they were saying that, nobody predicted cell phone. So the revolution is being televised. Our revolution is not being funded. That's why you see all nonprofit people begging and asking and soliciting donations. Because they're being controlled, they're being hindered. So I challenge anybody with a 501c3 to pick up this book and read it. It's called The Revolution Will Not Be Funded.
Let's go.
And it's written by, ironically, a Jewish council.
That's funny.
That's
funny.
And so in this book, it breaks down why nonprofits were created.
Okay.
And nonprofits were created to control and hinder social movements. Nonprofits was created after the Civil Rights Movement.
And we think the opposite. So that's crazy.
Why do you think everybody big?
Yeah, but I see what he's saying about that because
I understand it now.
We got the Necessary Hope nonprofit. Now say if we get some money from city council and
they
city
control
council
you now.
we can't never speak out against them.
They control you now.
We get money from
They control you now.
We needed you here today.
Whether that's a grant,
Especially
whether
for
that's
us to be.
corporate sponsorships, whether that's anything, they control you now.
They can do wrong and we can never have smoke with them.
Nonprofits were set up to hinder, control social movements as well as to funnel money for the rich. So when I started a nonprofit, we normally go get our mothers, our fathers, our friends. We set ourselves our own salaries. So in this book, it breaks down that why you think you see Goodwill in the Boys and Girl Club, they CEOs have these big, large amount of salaries. Right. $1 million salaries. But they getting away trash clothes in the community. The salaries that they pay is barely minimum wage, right? So in this book, it breaks down that the data that's collected on nonprofits is that nonprofits spend 90 to 95% of their money paying bills. Yep. Going to go get a nice building, nice furniture in the building. They're going to get an expensive copier machine. They're going to get all the Apple Mac computers. They're going to get the best paper clips. They're going to take a lot of luncheons. They're going to do a lot of traveling. Yep. They're going to go get a nice vehicle to ride in and look good in. Yep. And only 5% of that money that they're getting from grants, donations, are actually spent in the community helping people. That's every nonprofit. Yeah. From your church. Why you think pastor appreciate, but he's a 501c3? Why do pastors need to be appreciated and God called him and y'all didn't?
So how do we avoid this?
This
is what our drive is. How do we get?
We're not those type of people.
It's not about that. We could have blindly went into this.
A 501c3 is only good for tax deductions.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So what I had a Jewish attorney, a very powerful Jewish attorney, says, Charleston, why would anybody give you money and you can't sustain your own organization? Why would I give you money? Yeah. To sustain your nonprofit and you can't sustain it? That's when a nigga start selling barbecue. Okay. Niggas start having garage sales. Right. Niggas start selling weed. I start pressing up fake ecstasy pills. I start pressing up fake ecstasy pills. Putting caffeine in them. Yeah. Them niggas were geeking out caffeine, but I was saying, I did whatever I had.
Hey, but I gotta do what I gotta do.
I wasn't begging.
Right.
So then I started getting online, extorting the local drug dealers. That's where y'all start hearing me becoming being called the snitch. That's where the snitch comes in. Okay. Because I'm threatening to call the police on you bitch ass nigga. Y'all see I'm over here having these back-to-pack school supply giveaways.
For these fucking kids.
In the projects, nigga. And you niggas selling dope and ain't bringing nothing over.
Bitch going to the strip club.
Boy, them niggas start bringing me Jordan and everything. Boy, to hear them niggas.
That's part of the G code. Niggas can say that you snitch, but niggas don't even look at it like this part of the G code
this
too.
Nigga,
I'm gonna tell on you niggas. I'm feeding the hood. Y'all gonna come on my niggas.
Y'all talking about y'all sticking to the G code, but this part of
But this the code. This the real code. It's saving the fucking you from being like that.
And we can shoot it out behind this nigga.
All that.
Right.
Cause I'm standing with the people.
That's right.
Ain't no nigga shot it out with me behind it. I ain't had to tell on no niggas. I done made a few calls in on some niggas and then got them pulled off.
Right.
But them niggas start bringing that money down there around Christmas time so I can take them single mothers shopping.
Okay.
Yeah, them niggas, them motherfucking backpacks start being filled up with Michael Jordan and Kevin Durant tennis shoes.
You gotta do it like we do our kids, bitch. I'm gonna call your daddy.
Do that.
Well, we can't listen. We can't kidnap them niggas.
Right.
Yeah. We can't burn their dope house down. But that's what they used to do back in the day.
So you was like, bitch, okay, I gotta wait.
You go pause in the community. You go kill in the community.
And you gotta learn to not give back.
You gonna do all this in the community and you ain't gonna get
You
nothing
ain't gonna
back.
get
You gonna
nothing
pee on the
back.
corners. You gonna
Nigga,
throw trash out.
yeah.
You gonna dump your guts out everywhere.
Ooh.
Nigga, y'all see what I'm doing,
But
nigga.
what you're doing is bringing it to their attention.
They can't- they got
any
with it.
real
Yeah.
nigga, when you bring that to a real nigga attention,
And I already called
oh,
police
yeah, bro,
on you
I'm out here
niggas, homie.
tripping.
And I already called
I'm out
police
here
on you
I
niggas.
sent them
bitch
over there,
ass nigga.
bitch.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you getting money out here and you
I
ain't
did
never-
it. I'm the one did it, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a bunch of guns while I'm saying it.
Yeah.
You gotta have somebody like that for the community.
Cause you know what you standing up for. Bitch
nigga,
is no game.
And I didn't intentionally set out to do this. This was just the convictions of a nigga working in the community, seeing shit, seeing how fucked up it is, and how can you nigga, nah, my nigga,
Good thing you ain't no passive aggressive ass nigga that see, man, them niggas ain't even helping over there, man. No. Hey man, y'all niggas come over here and
He's
help,
a
man. Hold on,
genius,
where that money at?
actually.
All right, I'm calling police.
This
yeah,
is genius.
Yeah, I'm calling
Alright,
police.
bitch, you don't want to help the kid?
Yeah,
Alright, I got your ass.
my neighborhood, a blood neighborhood.
Right.
So, nigga, I was being disrespectful, slob ass niggas.
Alright.
It's a major gang in our neighborhood,
Yeah.
Truman Street Blood. Nigga, I was dissing all the.
They don't never make you fear for your safety, cause I see you don't give a fuck what you
Though
say.
I walked,
Yeah.
they tricked me in the nigga. This one of the first prayers I had to remember. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil.
Yeah.
I'm speaking against evil, nigga. Fuck, I'm gonna be scared of.
And you believe in that. That's the
Kevin
difference.
Samuel spoke against black women. He dead.
Mm.
Everybody else bashed the black women. All they BBL. All them niggas fading away. I challenge killers, the drug dealers, the street niggas, the
Okay.
gangster rappers. Everything that's evil toward us. Why would I fear evil?
Thank
I
you.
ain't speaking against what's good.
Say that shit.
I ain't speaking against what's good.
Please, I don't think
It's
they
some
heard
nigga wake
that
up
shit,
talking
man.
against
I
black
don't
women
think
every
they
day
heard
'cause
it.
she wear weed.
Right.
It's some nigga mad at the black woman because she wear eyelashes. You don't never hear me say none of that.
Exactly.
It's always the niggas and the killers, and that's all I talk to.
Right.
I'm in the locker room talking, and everything in the locker room evil, my nigga.
They going against shit. They can't even fight them, Phil.
I'm talking against demons.
Yeah.
Niggas who profess they on demon time. I'm talking against niggas who done really kill black people.
They don't even, you know what I mean?
But they have no compassion about the families who still alive, watching them brag about the murder they done committed on these platforms.
Right. Right.
So nigga, how can I wake up with any kind of fear?